How Aliens Put Me Into Power. First installment, The Reconnection, by the Love Guru, read by the Love Guru. This is the first installment of what I think is going to be 5 books. At the time of me reading this book to you, the first installment and the second installment has been released. I think the third, fourth, and fifth installment will be released sometime in late 2024, if not early 2025. Personal message. Dear fellow Indigo warrior, and then there's a little footnote here that it says, if you're not sure what an Indigo is or if you are one, go take my Are You an Indigo quiz found at the end of the book. So here we go. Personal message. Dear Indigo warrior, I wrote this book for you. This book is not for those looking to connect with aliens for shits and giggles. It's not a book for those looking to connect with aliens because they think it would be cool. This book is not for the UFO crowd, the I want to have sex with aliens crowd, the I got abused by aliens crowd, or the alien whistleblower crowd. Although anyone in these groups may be interested in this book, and of course you are all welcomed and allowed. This book was written with a higher purpose in mind. Aliens are not the latest toy or gadget you get from the store, poke and prod for a month or two, get bored, and then throw away. They are magnificently powerful beings who deserve our love and respect. I wrote this book for my fellow Indigos because, like me, you have a big mission to do in this world. Indigos are here to change the world. That's right. We are here to tear down the corrupt systems that currently occupy every facet of our lives: the medical industry, the legal system, the educational system, the food system, the media, and more, and then build these structures up again with new leaders who lead in honesty, integrity, and for the highest good of all. For dear Indigo, we are the leaders of the new earth. Stop, take that last sentence in, and then read it again. For dear Indigo, this is why you are here on Earth. Now, with that said, you may not know what your mission is. You might not even be sure you're an Indigo. You also might not know what you're supposed to do or even how to, or that you're supposed to prepare for yourself for this mission. This is why I wrote this book. I wrote this book for you and others like you who are ready, willing, and interested in preparing themselves for their big mission in this world. And yes, I know this may sound like a big venture, and it may even sound like a pipe dream or a fairy tale, and it is, but it's also the truth. Are you feeling the excitement in your soul? And yes, I know you may also be thinking that all of this is unbelievable too. Heck, you may even be thinking, little old me, oh, come on, how can I change the world when I put your excuse here, and I don't even have put more excuses here, and I can't even, and then there's another blank. Yes, really, get a piece of paper and list out all the excuses you have as to why you don't have a big mission or why you can't change the world. And then I will tell you to stop with all your excuses and stop it now. I literally have zero tolerance for excuses, and your soul feels the same way too. For you will do your mission, you will change the world, and really you have to. Many people, animals, and other living beings are counting on you. So cut it out with all of your excuses and be open to stepping into a greater version of you. For now is the time for you to prepare. There's no coincidence that you're holding this book, so don't think I'm just reading this book because I'm curious. No, that's not why you got this book. You were guided here, and now it's time for you to prepare. Because helping, guiding, healing, teaching, and leading indigos in preparing for and doing their mission is one of my missions. So your soul brought you here for a reason. Are you ready? Let's go. The Love Guru. How to use this book. This is a book that contains a story, my story. This is also a book that is rich with teachings. Some teachings I will stop and point out. Other teachings you will have to be on the lookout for yourself. You are not a baby, and I do not have to point out every teaching in this book. There are many, and you will be able to find them, note them, and digest them on your own. I actually want to get you into that routine in your life if you are not already actively every single day living life like this. You go through life, things happen to you or in your environment, and you take the lessons from each of those experiences and learn. You digest them and process them on your own, and therefore go to your next level of ascension. This book will activate and initiate you. It has many activations and initiations within its pages. If you're not clear on the definition of those two words, you will find them defined within the first few pages of this story. This is a layered book. This is how the beings from another planet operate. They say one thing, and it also has layers of other meanings. It is also a message that is timeless. This means that you can read this book today, get messages, activations, and initiations, and then pick up the book a few weeks later, months or years from now, and the messages will activate and initiate you at a deeper level. The messages will also have all new meanings based on what is currently going on in your world. That is just one of the ways the beings from other planets are amazing and magical. We have this power within us too, but for many of us, it has been dulled down, pushed aside, ignored, or taken from us. This book will help you get back in touch with your power. It is suggested that you keep a journal beside you when you read this book. After each chapter, write down what you have questions about, what realizations you've had, and what you are learning, and what you want to learn more about. Do this after each and every chapter. And sure, you can read this book and not do what I suggest, but if you want to grow your soul and advance faster on your spiritual path, then you will follow my guidance. When you do this, it'll be like I'm right there with you, helping you, healing you, teaching you, and guiding you like I do with my private clients. This is how you take the lessons in the book further. Also, when you write down questions, you activate your own intuition and your own connection with spirit. I put in quotes and parentheses there, your angels, guides, etc., and your own beings from another planet. So, what I share with you serves many purposes. These are just a few. My intention for sharing this book with you, this book is to awaken you, enlighten you, educate you, entertain you, and empower you. It is also to welcome you, initiate you into my community that is filled with indigo warriors, or rather awakened warriors, as that's what I call indigos who are healed and ready to do their mission. Warriors unite. P.S. I am different than other spiritual teachers and healers. I teach that spirituality is not a spectator sport. It's not a movie or show that you watch passively and zone out. Instead, I guide people in doing the work. When you work with me, you come to learn spiritual teachings and get channeled guidance. You learn a new way of being in a relationship with yourself, with others, and with life. Then you get practical exercises so you can apply the teachings to see real world and fast results. With my work, you learn by doing. You reach mastery by being proactive or by doing the work. Note to reader. As you read this book and go on your own healing and awakening journey, you may start making contact with your own star family, begin to feel a deeper sense of belonging, and start to feel more at home, in quotes. The home is in quotes. My intention behind sharing my journey with you is for you, too, to be put into power. When you heal your childhood wounds, you awaken to who you truly are and who you are meant to be. You also get welcomed into a small but growing percentage of society, of people in our society who experience true freedom. Freedom from past hurts, freedom from karma, freedom from poor conditioning, freedom from old programming, and freedom from wounds that have been passed down from one generation to the next. Rather than being who you have been conditioned to be, you experience the freedom to be who you were created to be. You also step more fully onto the path of doing what you came here to do, your divine mission. I hope you enjoy connecting with my star family as much as I did. This book is dedicated to Zeke. Zeke, I adore you. Thank you for reconnecting with me. Thank you for looking out for me. Thank you for guiding me. And thank you for loving me. I love you more than I can say in words. To my reader, once again, enjoy. I'm super excited to share this journey with you and honored to be the one who expands your mind and activates your soul. Thank you for connecting with me. Wishing you the best in love and life, the Love Guru. Caution. This book is out of the box. It contains real and raw emotions and a sexual encounter with an alien. Simply by reading this book, you'll be thrown into a world that will challenge your current reality and make you question everything you once thought was normal. If you are not ready for this, or you're not interested in expanding your consciousness, it is suggested that you stop reading this book right now. You've been warned. First installment. When I first reconnected with my star brother Zeke, the communication lasted 1 year. This year-long connection is shared in a 5-book series. This is the first installment, and it covers a 19-day time period. Chapter 1, The Vision, March 31st, 2014, Florida. I wake up, nice and rested. I roll over to my back, straighten my body, arms to my side. I'm ready for contact. For some reason, my body needs to be straight and aligned in order to make a connection. I fix my sheets, pull them crisp over my body and up to my neck. Ah, good, I'm ready now. I close my eyes, relax my body, tune in. I start breathing deeply, slowly bringing the air into my stomach and then breathing it out of my nose. I'm ready. Are they here? Yes. Clairvoyantly, I see 4 figures. They look like 4 shadows surrounding my bed. One is to the left of me by the edge of my bed. He's the leader. Then there's one to his left, then one by my feet, then one on the lower right side of my body. Telepathically, I speak to the leader. There are 4 of you today. Why are there 4? That's how many are needed. Okay. I don't ask for more details. I just accept. So I need a name for you guys. I continue speaking to the leader through my mind. I can't keep calling them beings from another planet. It's too long of a name, too much to say at once. Call us one. That's not really helpful. I go on to something else. So you're not really here? It's morning. Light is streaming into my bedroom and I can't see them. Today I open my eyes in between each comment that is said. I have a pen and paper beside me. I want to document this interaction. We become invisible when you open your eyes because we don't want to scare you. But when you are ready, we will appear. He's right. I'd be too frightened. The timing isn't right for that. You can call us Ezekiel. I laugh, I think he's making a joke. So you told me Ezekiel because I'm Jewish? That's racist. I'm playing around with him, but I mean it. I don't want to call them that. My mind immediately starts imagining the anti-Semitic jokes that are bound to come my way once I tell others their name. Don't worry, it's a Christian name too. Well, I hope it has a good meaning, I say mockingly. It means great one, wise one. I have a footnote here. I later learned that the stories about Ezekiel in the Bible refer to UFOs and aliens. Back to the story. I laugh. I think he's joking again. Can I call you Zeke? No answer. I take the silence as a yes. Suddenly, I'm breathing in unison with them. I can see this clairvoyantly. There are times when they speak telepathically and I can hear them in my mind. And other times we do things without conscious thought. I just intuitively know what he wants and what needs to be done. We continue to breathe together. So what do you want to do? I ask eagerly, wondering what's on the agenda for Alien 101 today. And then I have a little footnote again about how I teach a program called Alien 101 that breaks down the spiritual teachings and psychic development techniques that Zeke shares with me in this book. I have those details on the aliennetwork.com, but at the time that I'm reading this book, that information is not available to the public right now. I took it temporarily down. Okay, back to the book. Let's talk about your experiences last night. I pause for a moment to scan my memory. What is he referring to? Before anything comes to mind, I see visions from 4 years earlier when I was in a relationship with my twin flame. there's another footnote. So, by the way, there's a lot to explain throughout this book. So there's footnotes throughout the book. Okay. So your twin flame is said to be the other half of your soul in human form. A twin flame partnership is the highest form of spiritual relationship. You could read more about my experience with my twin flame and the journey of discovering as well as healing my childhood wounds in the book, Is This What Happily Ever After Is? So that book is not published at the time that I'm reading this right now. It's written, it's not edited yet. Okay, so let me just go back to that story. So before anything comes to mind, I see visions from 4 years earlier when I was in a relationship with my twin flame and went to visit him in England. I see myself at the Miami airport, walking toward a crowd of British people, being one of the only Americans on the way to England. I hear their accents, notice their different way of dressing, and I feel fantastic, special, on a mission. I love those days. I'm walking with my carry-on, searching for some last-minute food before I board the plane. I'm living an international lifestyle filled with culture, romance, and new adventures. Zeke stops my thoughts right there. He doesn't say a word, but I have a knowing that what I am seeing is correct and it's enough not to get lost in the vision. It dawns on me. So that was time travel? Yes. But you are going to the past and we want you to go to the future. And then there's another footnote. Throughout the book, you will notice that certain lines are bolded. There are these are special messages for you to pay attention to. So although Zeke or my guides or I may be speaking about my life in these passages, these messages are also for you. So what was bolded on this page was when he said, so I go, so that was time travel. And then he says, yes. And then what was bolded was, but you are going to the past and we want you to go to the future. So that's the message that's also for you. He says, hinting at the lesson he is currently teaching me. What do you mean by the future? Go to the place where you want to find yourself, where you are doing what you desire, your mission, changing the world. I open my eyes again, angling my body so I'm leaning on my left side and frantically start jotting down our conversation. I need to get all this down on paper, otherwise I'll forget it. His face appears in front of mine, directly in front of me, face to face. I'm not quite sure how he's gotten in front of me since now I'm facing the wall, but I laugh because I know he's joking around. He's quite the contortionist. Consciously, I know there's no body, that it's all energy, but still, the whole thing is pretty funny. I see his sense of humor, his fun and playful personality coming through in the interaction. I'm done writing down our conversation up until this point and move back onto my back. I adjust the sheets so they're crisp and unwrinkled across my chest. I continue our conversation where I had briefly stopped him beforehand. I go there so often, but get upset because I'm not there yet. Saddened, I'm referring to my dream job, the visions of me being on TV, the desire to be a host and executive producer of my own TV show, where I'm awakening, educating, enlightening, empowering the collective, bringing higher consciousness to the world. It's something I've fantasized about for over 20 years. Well, this is where you need to go. And that is maybe how you are holding yourself back. So this next line is bolded. The past is familiar, the future is unknown. So let's go on this journey together. We'll go with you. I smile. It sounds like fun. I take a deep breath and the vision comes in. I'm in a TV studio. All lights are on me, sitting in my chair. Zeke interjects. No, back it up. Makeup. Start there. My vision turns into a movie. I see it rewinding. I'm getting my makeup done. All organic makeup. I look so pretty. I see myself in the mirror. Beautiful. The makeup artist tells me how good I look. I leave the room and walk down the hall. I have index cards in my hands. I'm reviewing the show. I pass the green room, greet guests, and thank them for coming. I'm walking down the hall looking beautiful. As I pass my staff, they all smile and say hi. The show is a group effort, and everyone is happy and honored to be part of the team. We're all proud of the work we're doing together, and the beautiful energy we put out into the world is magnified as we are doing our missions together. Now I'm in the studio, 3 cameras, one in front of me, one to the front of one to my front on my left, and one on the front on my right side. Stop. Zeke slows down my vision. Feel what it feels like. I continue. It's bright in here, the lights. I do the show, the words on the teleprompter. The show is over. Everyone's smiling, clapping, cheering. It's exciting for everyone who's there. I'm smiling too. My heart swells. I feel proud and accomplished. There's fun and excitement, magic in the air. I feel accepted and loved. People line up to get my autograph while I'm sitting on the stage in my broadcast chair. They're taking pictures with me with their smartphones. I'm signing their books. I look down. I see the title. It says, How an Alien Put Me into Power. I laugh at the ridiculous book title, taking myself out of the vision. But wait, it's not over. Ezekiel eggs me on. He's firm. I know the vision isn't over, and he pushes me to not lose the connection. I go back to my vision. A beautiful man walks up to me. He's a businessman wearing a suit. You were wonderful today, honey, he says in a supportive, loving tone, and then he kisses me. He's holding our baby. Jolted, I gasp, temporarily taken out of my vision. I have a baby? Oh my. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Happy, I smile. Oh, it's making me like emotional reading this. I haven't read this in a long time. Again, doing my best to refocus on the vision. We all hug. I feel happy, successful, and complete. We go to eat at a fancy New York City restaurant. A Rolls-Royce private car comes to pick us up. We go to our Upper East Side apartment overlooking Central Park. We have our own garden, something I've always wanted. I'm happy, successful, and it feels good. Ezekiel interjects, okay, hold that energy. Breathe it in. I pause to fully experience the feelings that the vision brings up and breathe like I have been doing in our exercises to magnify it. Thank you, I say to him. I open my eyes, smile, and write down the experience. There you go. The beings clap. They are happy. We will practice that in variations every day. End of transmission.